Alright, so doing some back tests here, starting at 9 a.m. my time, UTC plus 2. And let's see um, what we can do. So today is a little bit of a, I'd say, indecisive bias because, I mean, overall higher time frame wise, we're bullish here. So in terms of high time frame wise or high time frame wise, I believe we're going to push up here, but also we did not break here that higher time frame trend, so we actually rejected off of it pretty nicely, and also we are in a downtrend, so I will be looking for some sells to, I'd say, at least the 382 level or the 45. But probably no further because I probably or I'm expecting a change of trend here. And also, let's see, we did break that and we just had that retracement here from, I believe, the 45. Yes, perfect. So bias is clearly bearish there. Also here, I forgot that we are on the 1 hour, so makes it a lot easier. You actually only have to look at like this price action there. I mean, that's not even relevant there. We only want to trade price for the next hour or two. Um, so yeah, I mean, it broke that trend here. We had a nice retracement, so just going with the trend there, expecting it to go at least to that low there, probably lower. I mean, let's see what our fib tells us. Because our fib tells us we will probably go to the white line there, so I marked that out. So we do have, or no, what did we say? Where's the 382 level? Yeah, okay, it's perfect. It's a little bit above the 45, which is perfect here. But I'm also gonna mark out the green line here. If so, maybe we can take some reversals off of here. So yeah. So now we only need a retracement there. So what do we see? The bed here, again we broke that, easy peasy. We also had a retracement there into the 45. So seems like we are a little too late for that, unfortunately, but that would have been a great trade. Let's see that again. So doing a back test in the backtesting session there. So we broke that. Then obviously we had a break there. We didn't have a nice retracement. Now what happened was we broke that. We do have a nice retracement there. Then we do have another reaction. Then we broke that, and the entry would have been here down to there. Stop loss. But here, nice 4-hour trade there. Very nice. So let's see. I'm just waiting for another retracement, which we do actually have. But it seems like it didn't really want to go that much lower here, which makes me kind of delete. Oops. Kind of how to say it, careful, a little bit more careful, because if we do have some rounded bottoms like there or rounded tops, this can mean that we want to reverse. But in this case, I'm clear with my bias, so I don't really have a problem with that. And also, yeah, let's go on the XY. That has always been an important confluence for me. Okay, so yeah, the XY looks bullish, obviously. We can see that there is some type of lower limit that we can trade off of. There is a upper limit there So seems like we would want to wait for a little bit of more of a, well, maybe not. Let's see how the next candle is looking. Yeah, okay, perfect, nice. So now we do go into that lower limit. We also are at the opening um, and midnight open, so gives us additional confluence there, which is very nice here. So here we are at the upper limit a little bit, almost. Now we do have a strong candle there. How is the XY looking? Perfectly rejected off the midnight. I believe that's gonna be a trade. And we also broke that, so that's a definite, what do I say? Confirmation of the trend there. So with the trend, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we do have a nice entry. So we only have a one candle that we react off of. Let's see. Wait, I'm always determine my take profit based on the fib. So that's gonna be our take profit 3.5 RR trade. Let's see how it's going. I'm gonna put it a little bit more up there. Okay. It's down again. See what happens. Okay, nice retracement here in, I believe, the 65 or probably 50. No, actually 65. Perfect. Okay, so we did have some, and yeah, DXY is also looking pretty good there. So seems to be nice there. Oh, now we do react off the 50% of the trend, so I'm gonna close that right off the bat. Probably 0.1% loss there. That happens here. We do have a round the bottom there, so this shows me we want to break the trend there, as you can see. Wow, okay. So didn't expect that to happen. But a lot of times it's just really, if we are failing to make a nice lower low and then we go up here, then we reject perfectly off the 50%. I mean, that's a clear sign. That's a pretty clear sign there. Let's see what the, no, I'm not doing that. Wow, okay, that's literally crazy there. I mean, probably didn't reject in any major fib levels. Okay, okay, okay. Well, that's interesting. However, we do have another reaction there. So, almost to the green line there. Strong reaction. Yeah, okay, I'm just... Oh, 8:30 open, strong reaction from the previous day. Just to be extra sure here, we don't break that. I mean, in terms of buys, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. We surely had a reaction off of, yeah, some level there. Yeah, let's see. Oh, we are at 5 minutes. But no, I took it on the 1 minute. Yeah, okay, so what we can do is just wait for a break here, confirmation of the trend. I'm not gonna do any risky things here. Failed to make a higher high, reject off the 50%. Let's see. Okay, that seems like a good confirmation there. Now I'm gonna just wait for a retracement. A little bit more, please. Oops. Retracement, please. The retracement? No, I believe is not enough. No, 45. Okay. That seems like something. And also we are here at the upper limit as I can see. Okay, 45. Yeah, 50. Well. Alright. Oh, drew it from the wrong. I mean, what is price doing? That's pretty not nice, actually. Okay. On it. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a trade based off of that. Like, what is DXY doing? And DXY is just ranging, but also we are at the lower limit here of that range, and also we do have a nice reaction of 930 and also the 60s. So could be promising, looking for a buy on DXY, which means a sell on Euro US dollar. You know what? I'm just try it out. Just try it out here. Probably a good trade here. Let's see. Green line here. Probably gonna take it. No, you know what? I'm gonna put it here and take partials. Okay, so we broke the 10 a.m. level there. Could be a nice rejection. We break it again. Now we're at the open here. We do have another nice reaction off of the 60s, I guess. So could have been another entry there. Let's see. I mean, if we entered there, been a 4.8, but whatever. So yeah, let's see how DXY is looking. Nice. We do have almost the same price action there. So okay, nice. Can actually delete all these trends there. Oh, today is a little tougher, but it's actually not that complicated. The only thing that confused me here was why we actually, yeah, reversed and went up again. But I mean, there's just normal retracement into a little above the 60s and into the 830 open. So, and then once we broke that trend, we do have another retracement, and then we do have another retracement. So you can also find it, and then we do have another retracement here into the 70, whatever. That's pretty strong confirmation there. Nice. Yeah, let's see how we are looking with partials. Okay, so now I would probably take off at least 50%, probably 70%. I'm moving my stop loss to break even. So yeah, let's see if that hits. Green line, perfect, nice. That's how we do it. Nice 3RR trade there. Could have been a way better trade if you wait for that retracement, which I probably should have. Then you could have also had a tighter stop loss around here, so that could have been 13RR, and I'm not over exaggerating here. I mean, that's totally possible. That's the power of retracements. So if I know it retraces into the 60s or into the 70, these are pretty strong levels, and if my bias is clear, and I know it's probably not gonna go further, because as I said, normally the 60 or 70 is not gonna go further. And also we do have a 930, which rejected perfectly off of, and then you can, like, if it has a rejection like that, you also have something like that. But yeah, that's probably a little bit too perfect for me at the moment. Okay, so we do have a nice 3-hour win, and now we can just look to ride the wave, I guess. Another retracement there. Looking to get it to at least the 60s. Obviously DXY is also looking very nice. However, we do have to be careful that DXY is ranging sideways. Which means that if it's up here, it seems bullish, but actually there's a high probability that it just rejects down. So I'm gonna be a little bit careful here. Just gonna wait till it okay, that's interesting. Well, maybe it forms kind of like a new trend. Oh, like a new trend there. Maybe it just doesn't wanna go into that upper limit there. But it would be perfect. But obviously it just can reverse at 45 as it wants to. I mean, that would have been maybe a valid entry. However, DXY, very careful here, very careful. Okay, so now we do seem to get a little closer to the upper limit, which is very nice here. I mean, I think the 50 is probably enough for me. Whew, perfect reaction. Okay, nice. So we touched into that. We touched into that. But yeah, DXY is just, I mean, we were perfectly at the lower limit there. But as you can see, it reacted to up here, but that's just could just be a normal retracement. What we are doing here is just probably gambling, right? Okay, reacts to it. Yeah, maybe I should not be too specific with the XY there. I mean, if we have a lower limit and it reacts to it, then it's probably enough. So you could take a trade there, but it's not very clean price action. But it's possible. Let's see what if. Okay, yeah, would have been a win probably. Yeah, would have been a nice win there. But anyways. Oh crap, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Anyways, we're a little bit later there. But yeah, that would have been a good entry here. The only reason why I didn't enter was because I was a little unsure. My intuition told me be careful because we did have a nice reaction here. Wait, from here, perfectly 618 to the point, to the pip. But yeah, we had the candle. You could have entered after the close of that because, as I said, you don't really have to wait for a break of trend when you're trading off of the 768, 786 or the 60s. But when you trade off the 50 or the 45, I do normally wait for a break here. But yeah, also, I mean, we do have a strong reaction there, but we still have a bullish candle. Also, we were a little bit choppy, so but would have been a great trade. I mean, it almost didn't come back here for a retest, so yeah, it was perfectly at the upper limit. So if you're advanced with these models, you could have had a sniper entry actually. Like, I mean the 60 do align with the upper limit there, so the 60s are a strong level. So, and if the bias is clear, as it was, you could have just had a limit there, limit that to the white line, man, and then you had a stop loss right above it, 10 RR. Would have been totally possible. But anyway, so what we did here was we pushed down quite a lot. But what I'm seeing here is a lower limit there that could potentially cause a nice retracement there, which would also mean if we react to that, we would probably are reacting. We will probably react based on this structure there. So yeah, but I'm gonna record another video because I think that's too long already.